Then came the tragic night of February 9, 2014. At around 2 a.m., Lana called 911 after hearing gunshots at the family's mansion. Police discovered that someone had entered the home, firing multiple shots, killing Brad and Andra, and critically injuring their youngest son, Landon. Surveillance cameras showed a white Toyota Prius arriving before the incident and speeding away afterward. The car led investigators to Ashton, who initially denied involvement, but later confessed. He admitted to driving from Seattle to California, entering the house, and carrying out the shooting. He then arranged to have his Prius shipped back to Seattle, where it was later recovered with a .22 caliber rifle in the trunk, the murder weapon. In court, Ashton's behavior baffled everyone. After firing his attorney, he unexpectedly pled guilty to the murders and was sentenced to life in prison without parole. Despite no prior criminal record, Ashton was described as sadistic, attention-seeking, and entitled. The troubled relationship with his mother seemed to be a primary factor in his resentment. Many close to the family described Andra as intimidating, driven, and ruthless in business, often likened to a warrior princess. Her deep fear of poverty, stemming from a period of financial difficulty in her teens, shaped her life, pushing her toward extreme financial control. Her approach to money, rigid and sometimes dishonest, left her with numerous legal disputes and enemies. Her insecurities seemed to drive behaviors that ultimately brought the very financial trouble she feared. For Ashton, this case appears to be about deeply rooted resentment and an inability to empathize. Investigators believe he felt neglected and grew resentful over perceived favoritism towards his siblings. Ashton may have even drawn inspiration from the infamous Menendez brothers case, seeing his family's wealth as something worth killing for. In the aftermath, he attended his parents' funeral, offering a eulogy that shocked many after his later confession. The 48 Hours investigation suggests that Ashton's actions were born from a mix of anger, entitlement, and cold disregard for his family's lives. He may have blamed his parents for his struggles, ultimately carrying out this senseless crime in a twisted attempt to alleviate his frustrations. Hello, and welcome to 48 Hours True Crime. Today we delve into the disturbing case of Ashton Sachs. We'll start by outlining the background, move through the timeline of the crime, and finally offer a closer look at the psychology behind this case. Ashton Colby Sachs was born on April 20, 1994 in California. His father, Brad, was a former surfing champion, and his mother, Andra, became a successful real estate investor. Ashton's parents were wealthy, amassing a fortune estimated at nearly $80 million. The complex relationship between Ashton and his mother, Andra, is central to this story. Andra Sachs came from humble beginnings. She started her career delivering potato chips to retail stores, later earning a business degree and moving into a role at a semiconductor company. By 1994, she had established her own business in semiconductors. Leveraging her minority status as a Jewish woman, she secured government contracts, even naming her business Minority Electronics. During a computer trade show, she met Brad Sachs, and the two soon became romantically involved. They married in 1991, launched various businesses together, including a telemarketing company, and went on to have 4 children: Miles, Ashton, Alexis, and Sabrina. The Sachs' success grew. In 1998, they acquired an internet DSL company, Flashcom, receiving $15 million in venture capital. Their expanding wealth allowed them to move into a 5,400-square-foot home on the Huntington Beach waterfront. However, tragedy struck on April 28, 1999, when Brad was away and Andra was at work. Their babysitter, Lorena, noticed 2-year-old Alexis on the deck near the hot tub and quickly went to bring her inside, carrying 16-month-old Sabrina. In the commotion, Sabrina accidentally fell into the hot tub. Lorena's husband helped retrieve her, and Lorena called 911, but a language barrier delayed help. Tragically, Sabrina passed away in the hospital. Sabrina's death marked a turning point. Brad blamed Andra, citing her as mentally unstable and irrational, and they filed for divorce, launching accusations at each other that eventually destroyed Flashcom. Andra received $9 million in the settlement, while Brad received $800,000. Despite the acrimonious split, the couple reconciled by March 2000, resuming their relationship and continuing their business pursuits. In 2007, Andra adopted two Russian siblings, Lana and Landon, adding to the family dynamic. In March 2009, the Sachs family moved to an 8,700 square foot mansion in San Juan Capistrano, valued at $2.5 million. In 2013, Andra bought Ashton a condominium in Seattle and a Toyota Prius, supporting him while he attended community college there. However, Ashton struggled with school, spending much of his time playing video games and using marijuana. Meanwhile, his brother Miles attended a 4-year college in the same state.